Yes, you are correct, and a lot of times that's football. Sometimes it takes something in a game to either a goal in a game, and I think if we maybe score earlier, then perhaps it opens up a bit more for us. But I think real first half performance, I think we showed a bit of nervousness in I think our play. This was the start of the campaign, a big game for us. Obviously a wonderful home crowd, and I think we were a little bit nervous in our play. And it's almost, sometimes you have to get through that period. Sometimes you ride your luck, sometimes you need your goalkeeper to make some saves for the game to change. We were very, very good in that period. Probably the two disappointments are the first half performance that's needed to be better, but the second half performance I thought was excellent. With the only disappointment was that we didn't score the goals that I think the performance warranted. I wouldn't say Majid. I wouldn't say Majid is the successor. What Majid is a different type player. You know, but Thomas is more of a technical player, more a creative player on the ball. Majid is more of a runner. But right at this moment, even coming into this squad, Majid has been out for 12, 13 weeks. He's been out injured. He's played in, I think, two altogether. I think he's played in about 1.5 games, friendly games, second team games. So that was always the question, bringing him into the squad. We knew that he was lacking match practice. But he's a player I thought he was very good. When he came on Angola away in a game that I thought we had some good chances at the end and potentially we could have won. So we know about his abilities. If I'm looking in that midfield area, we have good players. We have a lot of similar type players, I have to say, but they're good players, and we're always in any position on the lookout for any player that's a little bit different, that will give us something in a particular area in the squad. Iñaki is a number 9. Iñaki is a striker that at this particular moment at his club is playing in a different position. He's playing on the right. What Iñaki is an incredibly good professional, and I'm sure if I asked him to play in central midfield or right back, he would do it. He's a good professional. But Iñaki is a number 9. This is his strength. But I think more importantly for him, he wants to play for the team. It has always been our responsibility to provide him with good service. And the goal that he scored today was an exceptional cross from Gideon Mensah and Iñaki in the right place. And I'm always confident in him, as if we provide good enough chances for him, we will always score goals. What I wanted from our two, what you regard as defensive midfield players, was not, this is technical talk, it's not to play in one line. It's for Salid, in particular, Samid, to play higher. The difficulty always is that you spoke about Majid in the second half performance. What I did say and explain to you is Majid's been out for almost 13 weeks. So what I did see is that in him is that coming into the squad, that I could see him more as an impact player than a player to start. Simply because he's been out for such a long time, and we didn't know. You don't know at what level he's at. Although he's been training, he's been out from an injury. This is a player that's a high energy player. So what we wanted to do was the 2 6s we had, to play them different. And it wasn't a question of them playing square against each other. We always wanted them on different angles. And then of course you're relying on the technical ability of players. And it wasn't just them. I thought in the first half period, I thought we lacked at times good control of the football. I think we didn't move this ball quick enough, and we didn't get the ball sometimes into good enough areas. What is always very difficult, very difficult is to explain to you the process that goes behind picking a player, because there are so many things that come into it. Experience, somebody playing well, somebody playing, the relationship they had, the timing, and sometimes I can tell you with a goalkeeper, sometimes it's just a feel. Sometimes it's just a feel that it's a right time or a right game to play somebody. So I can't give you specific details on why I chose him to play today. All I know is that we have three very good goalkeepers. Three very good goalkeepers, and as with other areas of the team, these are never easy decisions. Never. Well, the area that I'm satisfied that we qualified for AFCON, top of the group. This I'm satisfied with, and I'm satisfied that in our first World Cup game today we won the game, irrespective of the first half performance, but I thought the second half performance was very good. The judgment is always different from whoever you speak to. I have to work with a group of players. We've had a lot of changes. We have a lot of young players that have come into the squad, and it's my responsibility to try and get them right balances. At this moment, we haven't lost a competitive game. For anybody, and I always think sometimes it's a disrespect to some teams when some people think that we should win games very, very easily. You know, my experiences of seeing a lot of African football, and not just the teams we're playing against, but other African nations, the levels have got very high, you know, and very competitive, and you know, there aren't them easy games like there were. But I think we're in a place, I think, to make progress. As I say, we have some young players that are still developing. I would love to win games far more comfortable. It would make life and far less stressful.